Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the modern Stone Age family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a page right out of history. Let's ride with the family down the street, through the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet. When you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba doo time, a dabba doo time, we'll have a gay old time. Between 1960 and 1966, children across the nation were exposed to the modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock, the Flintstones. Parents and children alike fell in love with the antics of Fred, Wilma, Barney, Betty, Pebbles, and Bam Bam, as they eagerly sat through the opening theme song to be entertained by the sitcom showcasing stories of animated cavemen, saber-toothed cats, and dinosaurs. Though light-hearted and upbeat, the concluding line of the theme song encourages listeners that we'll have a gay old time. In the 1960s, this is something that out of context surely meant that listeners would have a good time. However, that line may be open to wildly different interpretations today. This is just one example of a modern issue involving semantics. Thus, my purpose is to further explain semantics and the impact that they have on effective communication. Broadly speaking, semantics are the meanings interpreted from the utterances of a word or a phrase. They can refer to the evolution of a word's meaning over time, or in other instances, semantics can refer to surrounding context and overall interpretation of words such as it or they. We will do this by first examining an example from my own life, and then examining different examples that have appeared within my generation. First, I would like to share an example from my childhood. When I was about 10 years old, I was half-heartedly listening to a conversation between my mother and her sister when I overheard my mom call one of her friends her girlfriend. At this point in my life, I'd never heard someone reference their friend as their girlfriend. This was strictly a term meant for a man's female significant other, and I was kind of concerned for my dad in that moment. After listening to the conversation a little longer, however, I was able to gather from context that she was not talking about a romantic partner, rather she was talking about a very close friend. Next, I would like to discuss the evolution of words commonly used in my generation. In just the last 2 decades, Cristobal Tumola with Metro Media has identified 20 words that have expanded from their original definitions. This includes words such as catfish, cloud, text, tweet, and unplug. Years ago, and still in certain contexts, a catfish was a fish, a cloud was a white puff in the sky, text referred to written prints, a tweet was the sound that came from a bird, and to unplug meant to remove something from an outlet. More recently, catfishing is referenced to catch a cheating boyfriend online, a cloud is a server where data is stored, a text is a message sent by a cell phone, tweets come from Twitter, and unplugging means detaching yourself from your mobile devices. In conclusion, we can see that through the interpretation and evolution of English language in varying contexts, that semantics have had a huge impact on the evolution of effective communication. From both the example of my mother's girlfriend and Tumola's New Age linguistics, we can begin to understand the impact that semantics have on communication in the modern world. With that being said, it is my hope that you are leaving here today with a better understanding of semantic issues that appear in the world. And just as Fred and Wilma would have it, it is also my hope that you have a yabba dabba doo time, a dabba doo time. You have a gay old time. Thank you.